All right, you guys, this is your test review. This is course 2. Course 2, and this is 3A. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Number 1, it says in 1990, Ashton's population was 96,212. By the 2000 census, its population had increased to 100,219. Ashton population in 2000 was how much greater than in 1990? All right, what we're going to do is we're just going to subtract. We're going to take 100,219 and we're going to minus that from 96,212. 9 minus 2 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. We can't take 0 minus 6, so we have to borrow. We're going to borrow from over here. That's going to become a 0. This is going to become a 10. Now we need to borrow from the 10. So now this 10 becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. And that is our answer, 4,007. Number 2. The beach balls arrived packed with 15 in each. So in one case, there were 15 beach balls. There were 80 cases. So how many beach balls were there in total? This is just a simple multiplication problem. We need to take 80 times 15. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 8 is 40. Put the 0 down. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 8 is 8. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 8 is 12. Our answer is 1,200 beach balls. Number 3, it says the product of 7 and 9 is how much greater than the sum of 7 and 9? All right, so product is a factor times a factor equals a product. In this problem, we have 7 times 9, which equals 63. An addendum plus an addendum equals a sum. In this problem, we have 7 plus 9, which equals 16. If I want to know how much greater, I need to take 63 minus 16. I need to borrow from the 6. That becomes a 5. This becomes a 13. 13 minus 6 is 7. 5 minus 1 is 4. 47. Number 4. Sam spent $8.75 for the ticket, $3.50 for popcorn, and 90 cents for a drink. How much did he spend in total? Well, you want to make sure that we line this up. So we have $8.75 plus $3.50 plus 90 cents. It is important to make sure that we do not mess up our decimals. Do not put the 9 over here. All right? That is a no-no. Now let's just add this up. 5 plus 0 is 5. I'm going to change the color. 7 plus 5 equals 12. 12 plus 9 equals 21. So I'm going to put the 1 right there. You guys see how I'm still lining up my decimal? To place that right there. Now I'm going to put the 2 up there. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13. Our answer is $13.15. That's how much he spent in total.
JB, you all right?
That's a cheap movie ticket. Number 5. It says, how many years were there from Number 5 says, how many years were there from 1673 to 1699? So I'm going to 1673 to 1699. In order to find this in-between number that I'm looking for, I must take the higher number and I must subtract it. So 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 7 is 2. 6 minus 6 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So it is 26 years. Please make sure we're labeling. Number 6. It says if 28% of the students rode bikes to school, what percentage of the students did not ride bikes to school? A percentage is always out of 100. And if I know that 28% of students ride bikes to school, what I could do is take 100 minus 28. $10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. 72% of students do not ride their bikes. Number 7. It says draw and shade circles to show that 3 1/3 is equal to 10/3. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 4 circles. And I'm going to break the circles up into 3 parts. So it's like doing an upside down Y. Now, I have 4 circles here. Of these 4 circles, 3 of them are fully shaded in. Oh, maybe I should change the color. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now, with this last circle, only 1/3 is shaded. So I'm only going to just shade 1. This shows 1/3. And so now this picture right here shows 3 1/3 is equal to 10/3. Number 8. It says complete each equivalent fraction. So 3/4 is equal to 12 over we don't know. All right. The easiest way to do this is, what did I multiply the denominator by to get 12? So 4 times what number equals 12? Well, we could say 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So I multiplied the denominator by 3. Anything that I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So 3 times 3 is 9. And the same thing for this one. We got 2/3 is equal to, we don't know, to 12. What did I do to get from 3 to 12? 12 divided by 3 is 4. I multiplied the denominator by 4. Anything that I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So 2 times 4 is 8. Your answers is 8 and 9, or 9 and 8. Number 9. It says find a fraction equal to 2/3 that has a denominator of 6. Then subtract that fraction from 5/6. What is the difference? So find a fraction that is equal to 2/3. So I had 2/3 and it has a denominator of 6. How can I go from 3 to 6? I multiply this 3 by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So anything I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. So 2 times 2 is 4. And it says, then subtract that fraction from 5, 6. And what is the difference? Well, I have 5, 6 minus, and I'm going to take this fraction of 4, 6, and I get 1, 6. That is the difference. Number 10, it says list the factors of 21. Well, I know 1 times 21 is a factor, and I also know 3 times 7. B, it says list the factors of 42. I know 1 and 42 are factors. 42 is an even number, so it can be multiplied by 2 and 21. And also it can be multiplied by 6 and 7. It says, what is the greatest common factor of 7? I'm sorry, I just told you the answer. What's the greatest common factor of 21 and 42? What we need to do is find the greatest common factor of these numbers that they share, and it is 7. Yes, they both share 1. Oh, no, you guys, I lied. It is not 7. I'm so sorry. I missed 21. It is actually 21. It is actually 21. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Number 11. It says name 3 segments in this figure in order of length to the shortest lengths. Name 3 segments in this figure in order of length from shortest to longest. All right, so in this picture, I'm going to try to draw it as best as I can. I have C, I have B, and I have A. The shortest distance that we have is segment BC. Then the next one would be, let's look at this. I want you guys to see this, how short that is. Then the next short length, I'm going to use green, favorite color, is AB. And finally, the longest would be the whole segment of AC. All right, number 12. It says, what mixed number is represented by the point A on this number line? So, how many? I have 0, 1, 2. And in between that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and point A is located, just so you guys know, that is 2. This is 1, and that's 0. Okay, and point A is located right here. All right, so have we reached 2? We have not reached 2, but we passed 1. So we know it's 1. And now we just need to count how many lines is in between 1 and 2. So I'm going to change the color as I count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, point A is at the 6 mark. But how many slashes are there? 7. We must count that next number. So it's right there. 1 and 6/7. Number 13. We have 7/11 plus 5 11ths. Common denominator stays the same with 11. 7 plus 5 is 12. There you go. That's your answer. Number 14. It says 2/3 times 7/4. I want you guys to get in the habit of cross-canceling. Can I cross-cancel 3 and 7? No. Can I cross-cancel 2 and 4? Yes. These are both multiples of 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So now I can just multiply across. 7 times 1 is 7, and 3 times 2 is 6. That's your answer. 15. This is just a division problem. I got 15,409 divided by 7. How many times does 7 go into 15? That is 2. 14 minus 1, bring down the 4. How many times does 14 go into 7? How many times does 7 go into 14? 2. 14. 0. Bring down that 0. How many times does 7 go into 0? 0. Bring down that 9. How many times does 7 go into 9? 1. Minus 7, 2. Now I'm doing a decimal. You see how I created a decimal and I wrote the decimal right here and I wrote it right there. How many times does 7 go into 20? 2. 14. I'm running out of room here. 6. Bring down another 0. How many times does 67 go into 60? It goes in 8 times. 60 minus 56 is 4. All right, so this is our answer right here. 2,201.28. All right, 4 more. Bonus question for you to use your notes on your test. I stated my favorite color. What is my favorite color? All right, so this one, we have another division problem. 8,840 divided by 40. How many times does 40 go into 88? That is 2. And how many times does 40 go into 84? 2 again. And how many times does 40 go into 40? 1. Our answer, 221. All right, we're almost done. Number 17. It says 735 times 14. All right, 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 4. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 1 is 29. New placeholder, put the 0 there. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 1 is 3. And 7 times 1 is 7. Now we just got to add it up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 5 is 9. 3 plus 9 is 12, 2. And 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Our answer is 10,290. All right, number 18. I'm going to write it right here. 18. All right, so first we're going to do the parentheses. We got 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. And now we got 13 times 3. Whenever you see two parentheses next to each other, it is always multiplication. So 13 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Our answer is 39. Number 19. I got 15x is equal to 4,500. What's the relationship between 15 and x? they are multiplying, so the inverse operation is division. I must divide by 15 from both sides. That leaves me with just x. X is equal to 4,500 divided by 15. How many times can 15 go into 45? That is 3. That gives us 45. 0. Bring down that 0. How many times can 15 go into 0? 0. Bring down that last 0. And then once again, how many times can 15 go into 0? 0. So our answer is x equals 300. And finally, our last question, 20. I got 20 minus r equals 8.43. All right, what you want to do, I'm actually going to switch this problem up. I'm going to say plus r. Plus r. I know your paper says minus r, but I'm going to say plus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to minus, I got to do the inverse operation. The inverse operation of a positive 20 is a negative 20. And anything that I do to one side, I must do to the other side. So now I have r equals, you see how I brought down the r, I brought down my equal sign. So I have negative 20 we know our answer is going to be a negative number because there's more negative than positive. All right, we have a bigger deficit to cover. So what is 20 minus 843? We got to borrow. This becomes a 1. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. Bring down that decimal. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down that 1. We have 1157. But remember, it is a negative 1157. That's what r equals. All right, that's the answers. The first 10 students tell me what my favorite color is.
Green.
Thank you guys. You guys have a nice one.